Today we're building this Eurofighter Typhoon. So that was the preview of this build. Let's show you the overview. So this is a Eurofighter Typhoon. It has two bombs which are different, or you can drop them differently. There's which can be T and R. You can change it whatever the controls you want. These are the canards, the WS pitch. It has this up at the top which opens this up. Around the back it has two engines. It's got landing gear, not really much to say about it. So let's get into it. You close it by pressing 3. And what you can do is take off. It's by holding shift, W, up you go. We're going to turn this on so you can see that we go about 500 if we flatten out. Yeah, 500 speed is its max speed, and as you see on the preview, it has guns, rockets on the wings, and it also has bombs which explode on impact, or you can change whatever controls you want. And then T. So there you go. And by the way, for the people who subscribed to my last video, here is the people who subscribed in the last 7 days. If you subscribe to this video and you have a channel, you will be posted in my next video. So if you subscribe on this video, you will be shown in the next one. So if you want like a bit of channel publicity, yeah. So if you just subscribe to this video, in my next video you will be featured. So let's get into the tutorial. So first we are going to get, that is a half wedge down, 1 times 2. Place that right there. The color codes for this is 140, 140, 140. That will be the main color for the entirety of this build. So that, and down here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's 4. I'm done. There. And we've got guns. Pop these about here after this. Yep. Then what you do, you get your main, no, you get some motor locking. You get some motor, so then you get a motor, set it to lock, so it's powered, lock, that, turn upside down, you get your main pilot seat, pop that right there, color all this in, so get some more locked motors, and that is here, actually no, it's here and here, that's right. Some lock here, upside down, yep. Then you get some trails. Untoggle that. I untoggled it so it doesn't produce any trails. We just want this for aesthetics. This color is 40, 40, 40. It's a bit of a darker color. And color this in the same. So this will be it for the front of the tip. Then you get the you get pyramid wedge. Pop that right there. This color is different. It is 120, 120, 120. So there's the codes. Yeah, there's a half slab right there. There is a half wedge down right there. Delete this. Yep, color that in. This. And there we go. Cut that in. And yeah, pop that in, well, put both of those in and color them in. Then we're going to start on, we're going to try these little wedges down here. Half block, half wedge. Not half wedge tooth, because a half wedge tooth would be like this and it would look all weird. Then you got half wedge. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should go back 1 from the guns. So far the overall length of this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, if you count that. That's the overall length of it so far, because some people will struggle with that. Mimic it on the other side. Time for the canards. These are the controls for it. W, or for the left side, it is WS, speed 50, max torque all the way up, max angle 45, servo. So these are motor 2s. Motor 2, WS, max speed, max torque, servo, or max. There we go. Pop that on the second gun from the back. Yep. And then you put this. You do the same, but you just switch the controls. Or otherwise, they would become ailerons, and that wouldn't be very useful because we have ailerons at the back, and I'll be making those later. So for the shape, you get delta wing. 1, 2, all the way back. Do the same on the other side. 1, 2. And you get another delta wing, which is 1 times 2. Then you cut it off with the 1 times 2 one. So right there. And then you want to get wing panels. Wing panels 1 times 1. Pop that right there to fill in the gap. And then color them in with this color, same from this one, so you can just color pick this. Put that in. So there's the canards done. If you want, you can just check them. That if you press W, they go down. S, they go up. Yep. Okay. Now we get into this, which is half. Oh yeah, it's like this. So it's half, half, half at the top as well. This is the normal color, or the main color. You put a what I thought, half wedge there and there, there and there. Okay, then what we do, we get a half wedge up and position it so. Oh no. There we go. Position it so the angle is going down to the right, so it doesn't collide with this, so it doesn't stick with it, and then your motor locking won't go down. So if your motor locking doesn't go down, that's probably because of that. If you have any problems with this, just say in the comments and I'll try my best to reply. Okay, so these just kind of carry on. These are half wedge, by the way. So this is the only up in this one. These are just normal half wedge that I just put in. Then you got another one. So this connects it to the motor lock. Now we will start on the canopy. Get a wedges, a half wedge. So it's one of these ones that look like that. It's like it's kind of like a motor half wedge down with a half block. So you get glass material. Color that in. And for the canopy, we're just going to do black, which is right here, 0, 0, 0. And we get these 1, 2, 3. Here, we're going to use half wedge. Wedge down, 1, 2, 3. Fill it like that. 1, 2, 3. I would not suggest to color them in before you change the material, otherwise the color won't stay. I'll show you that in a second. So if you get, and this is a half triangle wedge. It's in half blocks. Half triangle wedge. Pop that right there to kind of like fill in the gap a bit. So yeah, if you would choose 0, 0 like that, and you would change it to glass, that would happen. And then you would just have to fill it in again. I made that mistake sometimes on my other tutorial. This is a actually, I'll put the base of it down. So just use a normal wedge for this. Down. There. And this is a piston, normal piston. Extend 3, or whatever you want. Distance 4, max force, max of it. Toggle and lock. So you go to that. 3, distance, max force, toggle, lock. There we go. So the purple bit is facing upwards. Or otherwise, if you don't do that, it won't open the canopy. These are both just 2 of these. This is our half wedge down, 1 times 2, and just fill it in to the top. And obviously those glass material as well. This next part is a little bit tricky because of the block type. This is a half corner wedge down. It is the 3rd from the top of half wedge, or half blocks. So you want to position this to right there. Wait, let me just get a primer color. So you want this diagonal to be going up to the right. So this, and you want to do the same on the other side. If you want, you can use that's my primer color. If you ever see me building in this color, then that means I haven't finished it. So like my builds before, that's primer color, so I can see all the wedges. That's kind of like, if you're ever building, use a primer color because it's a lot easier to see the wedges. I build pretty much everything in a primer color. So this one is going up to the left if you're facing it from this way. At 10k subscribers, by the way, I'm going to be doing a face reveal. So if you want to do that, subscribe also. Half wedge up. Pop this right there. So there should be a little gap right there. Okay, cut that in just the same. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then you get a cylinder. Go to cylinder 2, half cylinder 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. Blocks, these are normal blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's just 8 normal blocks starting from 2 back. So here, so there'll be 2 of them, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same color. This is a 2 half wedges, or 2 half locks. Locked motor. And then you go to PvP weapons, cutter. Go. Wing panel 1 times 1. Sorry, I was just vibing. Let the man vibe. That's 3 up, by the way. That is 3 up as well. That is just 1. Or that's 2 up, I mean. These are just normal delta wings. And this is a delta 1 times 2, so it kind of like curves up. Normal color, except for the back bit, which would be the rudder, but it doesn't have a rudder. So 120, 120, 120, which was, you can just color pick from the front of the nose. So, okay, so next part is this bottom bit. Motor locked. Place this under the, or it's kind of like going diagonal, so under the first or the second half block. Then this is, yep. Take down. That, wait, that, and that. So these are kind of like in a triangle kind of thing. Oh, wrong color. Sorry. That. This part, this part, this part. So it's like this. This is just one back from the same. And this is. Does that have a half wedge? Yeah, it does. Okay. So you get the half wedge. Place it there and there. There and there. Oh god. Yep. There and there. There and there. So then. Yep. This is a down one, yep. I'm saying yep all the time. Yep, yep, yep. Basically just on top. Right here. And this has 2 half wedges, or 2 half blocks. This is normal color. This is 2, so get a half cylinders, or half cylinder 2, right there. And normal wedge up, like that. Okay, now we're starting. Actually, no, we're not starting on the bottom yet. Let's actually, yeah, let's start on the bottom and then we'll do the wings. Okay. Lock. This motor tower goes here, here, and here. What you will do now is lift this up by a couple. Move a bit down. There we go. That goes all the way down to there. Right. Okay, so then you get, yep, get rocket engines, super rocket engines. Shift left control. Well, that's what I do. Place them like this behind the first motor tower. Color it all in. Just keep colouring it in as you go, so you don't have to worry about it later. And half block, half block, half block, half block. Then you got these and these are half wedges. So wedges, half wedge. These go all the way back, I think. Actually, no, they don't. Never mind. Delete these 2 and push these forwards. Like that. File that all in. Then you got a. Oh yeah, you have more super rocket engines down. Yep. Okay. Just get a couple more super rocket engines. So you got speed. And that starts there. 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 That's all. Oh yeah. So that's them. Come onto here. Just cut all that in. This is half block. Right there. Okay, now it's a bit complicated now. Motor here. It's gonna be not symmetrical, which is a bit annoying, but it will look symmetrical once it's locked in. This is a this is a this is a blocks 1 times 0.9. Make sure there's this little gap in the middle here, so you can see through. Otherwise, it will look all weird once you've locked it. This goes to actually get so add the same one. You want so a good way I do it is to, if it's facing up and back, it will be up and back. So you see the arrow going up and it's at the back of the block. That means this is the part. So I can do that without even having to check if it's locked or if it's in the right area. This is 40, 40, 40. This color is, and just get a normal block and color it the same. This is a normal block, not a 1 or 1 times 0.9. And you should make sure there's a gap between here as well. Then you get these and position them like that. Actually, no, it protrudes out one more. Yep. Put them out like that. So these are half wedge downs, and they go 3 back and 2 tall. And for this side, it does it like, how does it does it? Oh, it does like this. This is a half wedge up and goes forwards the same amount and up the same amount, but there's a like a half of a gap here. So we go. This side, get a half wedge down, there and there. So like that. And color that in the same color. Oops. and just a gun attaching from this point here. Gun there. Is it like that? Yes, it is. So it should be on this side of it. Now we got this part. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just get some more disconnectors. Start from this back one. Yep, start from this back one, and just count up. So be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way in a line underneath. And then do that, that, and that. Da, 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 da. Oops, that's my keybind. That is, so just put these under these two blocks here, so you don't see the dark bit of it or the black bit facing underneath on the on the floor. You don't see it. So this is just a normal lock motor, and then you put these. Yep. Lock motor, lock. Put that right there. This will go next. Oh, we go on top of that thruster right there. We'll do a quick size check. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Or, yeah, just do from the cone. So that's 22. These are two of them. These are two. If the measurements are wrong, just go back to the or just cross-reference mine with yours, and then you can just go back into the tutorial. Keep stuttering on the word tutorial. This is all just the main color. That's the cylinder. These motors are both locked. Then we get a small landing gear. Face it so the wheel is at the back part of the block. Otherwise you won't turn properly while you're on the ground. Colour this all in. And don't colour in the wheels. If so, you can just colour the wheel with 40, 40, 40. You don't have to delete it. That is the bottom done, I think. Actually, no, it isn't. I have a little bit more. Yep, right there. This part. Oh yeah, I forgot something I need to do. Right there and there. So that's a half wedge up. A half wedge, yeah, half wedge up. This part is, yeah. So get 2 of half wedge down 1 times 2. Up, like that. Like that. So that will make it, if you look underneath, it'll make the wings look better. Let's check it. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's correct. So it shouldn't be connected yet, but if you turn those both up, that should be fine. The bottom is what connects it. It do be vibing though. And you can also check if all the things are right. And that just flies off up. Oh, it actually works. Kind of. It's a missile. Okay, then we do this part, that's all done. Okay, now we're going to move on to the side bits. So that it kind of holds itself together, let's say. Actually no, let's do the wings first. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we'll do the side bits last. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to use a normal 1 times wing panel because it'll be easy for you to understand. Actually no, we have to put the lock motors in first. Oops. So put a wing panel. Actually no, it's a control surface 1 times 1. Set controls automatically, turn it off. If your camera gets locked into the position behind, then this is the only wing panel or whatever it is. So that is why. 2 motors. Lock them. Right here, you put that. Put like that. And okay. The reason why I'm doing voiceovers is because, oh, it's not. This isn't a voiceover. I'm actually saying it as we're doing it right now. as I speak when I'm doing tutorials. Yes, this is 4. There should be 1 at the front, 2 at the back. The reason why I'm doing this is because it's easier for you guys to understand. So then I think it's nicer for you guys. I don't see anyone else doing it, so someone has to experiment. Yeah, all that. Okay, so this is actually, let's just do this a bit easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got delta wings, 1 times 1. There we go. There we go. 1. These are 1 times 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this should be in line with the beginning of the thrusters, and you should have 5 of them. Let's do that on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so color that and color this all in. So this is the start, or this is the outlay of the wings, and then you just get this all back. Yep, and then you just fill all of this in with wing panel 1. We'll delete the parts for the disconnectors later, but it'll be easier just to do this. Actually no, put it in this little cross bit here. This is 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so color this, we'll put this in there, there, and there. Here is where we will put the, oh, I have a button on my mouse that makes me click 3 so I can just go. It's kind of a bit like an auto clicker, so it's easier to delete lots of things. So once you get to here, so it should be like an L shape. It'll be on the second one from the back, at the front of that. This, turn it upside down to get that little stub there. That will be the basis for the bombs. And then you got the same here, 1, 2 at the back. Okay, so from the front, 1, 2, well they're right there. And that's correct. Yep. So there's 2 stubs, 2 from the front at the back of that one, 2 from the back and at the front of this one. And then just fill all this in. Do the same on the other side. Wait, let's just color this in. Oh, I colored that in the wrong color. Do the same. Make it a little bit of an L shape. Back to there. Across. Make a little L here. Up. There we go. Get these 2. Block there. And block there. Wing panel, 1 times 1, there, 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 and just fill it all in. So you fill all of this wing in, color it in. Oh wait, I'm doing it the wrong color. Oh, never mind, sorry about that. Just fill this in with the wrong color, or the same color. Sorry about that, guys. You probably noticed that. You're probably thinking, what is he doing? What is 16 Clamper doing? Why is he coloring it in? Sorry about that. Now we start on the thingies, the thingamabobbers, the hoobajoobers, the ailerons. So you get, oh yeah, this is, yeah. So, 1, 2, so, is that a, yeah, wing panel, 1 times 1. You start this from this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, it's like that. So then you have this like little bit. It's on the back of it. It's on the back of it from the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Color this in with the kind of rudderish shape. By the way, this is where did I? Oh. So this is also half block. That half block right there and there. Then you put some missiles right. That slap them right there. Bam. Facing forwards, so you don't blow up whoever's behind you when you press F. And then time for the motor 2s of the ailerons. DA, speed 50, max torque 1000, max angle 45 servo. And this will be the same on the other side as well. Or DA, speed max, max torque max, servo, or max torque max, sorry. That. Front, facing forwards. And just this is just the same color. Oh no. Okay, then you got this bit's a bit annoying. Okay, so never mind. We'll just keep going with this. This is there we go. This is a half. This is the half wedge in normal wedges, and then color that in. Oh no, wrong color. Do that on the other side as well. Then how many blocks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. That song stuck in my head. And you got okay. There's parts going forwards. Actually, no. Let's do the top of this first. Half wedge there. That kind of cover up the gap. There will still be a gap, but don't worry. There'll still be a gap right here, but you don't have to worry about that. That's just barely anyone notices it. There we go. So kind of like this. There will be a gap there. You can't really fix it without breaking some mechanisms. Yeah. That. Colour that all in. Oh, you probably could fix it with using motor lock, but for me it's just too much motor lock for a simple tutorial just to get rid of that hole. If I was doing it for myself, then yeah, I would get rid of it. Then you get PvP weapons, cutters. Yeah, so from the start of the half cylinders, that is where you're going to start the cutters. There, and there. Oh, there we go. We get some half blocks, half wedge up. There. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be the same color as always. Actually, no, for the cutters, you have to do some weird stuff. To color the cutters, and you have to color the side of them for some reason. They need to fix that. So just delete these parts of the back and then just put them back in. Okay. Yep. That is good. Now I think it's just the bombs, and then we're done. So for the bombs, the first one to drop the inner bombs, it is T, or whatever you want it to be. Just change whatever I put with T. Just replace it with whatever you want. T. You can change it to numbers if you want, but I don't mind. 40. You can do anything with this if you want. You don't have to ask for permission, obviously, because it's your build. Explode. Explosive block. T. Impact speed is 30. Blast radius. Yeah, don't worry about if this is upside down or if things are different areas, because sometimes they mess up. Arm on key and on impact. 2 in the front, 1 in the back. 2 in the front, 1 in the back. That's the same for all these bombs. If you want, you can change it. Make some motor lock bombs if you want. I think the CG is pretty perfect out. So as you can see, the front bombs are in line with the CG. So yeah, that's good. So it doesn't matter how heavy you make these bombs, it will fly, or it will fly worse, but because it's heavy. But if you just add more thrust to it, then it should be fine. So if you really wanted to make it a bit like a carpet bomber, this one is, for me, I remember it's R. No, it's R. So I have F for missiles and R for bombs too. Well, I usually go bombs then. Well, I usually do R first. So as you saw in the cinematic, you saw I dropped the first ones first. Or the first set first, I mean. This is R, impact speed, 30, blast radius max, blast pressure max, on one key, on impact. 2 in the front, 1 in the back, 1 in the back, 2 in the front. Then you get another pyramid, just for aesthetics. Pop them at the nose there. Think we may be done. Actually no, forgot that. Forgot with the other side. And what I would usually do is just colour this, the base colour, because when they drop they'll look better. Oh wait, forgot, this is actually, yep, delete these two, sorry. And this is a small landing gear, there, and colour all of this in. This block here and this block here are supposed to be half blocks. No, they're supposed to be wedges, I mean, because then otherwise they will collide with that, under there, and under there. Plug that in. I also forgot, these are half wedge up. You probably saw me doing that wrong. So then they kind of collide with these, they stick to it. I just deleted this side already, so yours are probably still there. Just delete them and replace them with these. Also, this is just like fixing stuff. Rocket engines, normal rocket engines. These are normal ones. Just control like that, like that. The tips are same color, otherwise it'll look weird. There we go. G. There we go. Power up. Up, it goes up if you press W, down if you press S, right for D, and S or A for right, or left, I mean. If you press T, or I actually clicked that, so R, what the? Okay, my game is frozen, but OBS seems to still be working. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Join the Discord server in the description. We have limited merch in the description as well, and a group. I'll probably be changing the group link, so if you get to a different link, it'll probably say 16 Clamper on there. My name was 16 Clamper, but now it's the British Inventor. So my in-game name isn't changed. So with this glitchy Roblox, I will end this video here. Check out the Discord server. Next video I'll be showing the subscribers, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. Bye guys.